Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining my class. This is our second week. All right, we are going to see what we are discussing for this week. Today's topic, we are discussing about subtitling guidelines. All right, so what do you think are guidelines? Yeah, guidelines. You can check from dictionary. Okay. Have you got one definition on guidelines? Okay, very good. All right, so now we're going to see the definition of guideline. So guideline, or guidelines, plural, they are a set of rules or instructions that are given by an official organization telling you how to do something, especially something difficult. Okay, this is one definition from Oxford, if I'm not mistaken. So this is about set of rules or instruction. Yes, even in subtitling, we have some rules or instruction. Why do we have those kind of rules or instruction? Of course, it is for us to do things correctly, yeah, by following some rules, by following the guideline, then we can make something correct. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, now let's have a look at these. Yeah, we have two pictures here. This is taken from Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Unfortunately, because of the copyright, yeah, when we what is that? When we what is it? When we try to take the pictures, we just can get the dialogues, but not the pictures there behind it. Yeah, but I think it is just fine because it can help us to what is that, to discuss on the subtitling, because that's the main point here. Okay, this is from Red Eye movie. The movie was made in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite long ago, but this is I think this is kind of trending right now. It opens up in the Netflix. Okay, now let's see. Can you see how many lines are there? Right, yeah, both have two lines. Even the source text, yeah, the upper one, this is the source text one, the English version, and then the below one is the Indonesian version. Okay, how many lines? Two lines. Yes, both of them has two lines. Exactly, two lines. Right. So what else? How many characters? Oh, why do we talk about characters? Characters, is it about the characters of the actors? No, this is not about the characters of the actors, but this is about the personality of the actors. No, this is not like that. But this is about the how many words, how many letters, how many, what else, with even punctuation. Yeah, it is counted. Okay, how many? Let's see if we look up from the first line of the source text. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have the blank one here. Space also it is counted. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. 729, yeah, 29. Okay. How about the Indonesian one? This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25. Yeah, so 25 characters. Okay, why do we have to look up about the characters? And also the lines, yeah, the lines, why the lines? Okay, if we notice, yeah, there are two lines. This is because in subtitling guidelines, maximum lines are two lines. Yeah, two lines. Yeah, we are talking about the Indonesian version because this is the, what is that? This is the subtitling. And then how many characters? The one that we just had is this one, 25, if I'm not mistaken. If I, okay, 25. You know, for subtitling, we have the limitation of characters for one line. Do you know how many? Did you notice how many anyway in movies? Have you ever heard? 25, 35, 45, something like that? Okay, yeah. Usually it's between 36 or 35 to 42 characters in one line. Certain software will not calculate the space. They will just focus on the letters. Yeah, but I think that will be just fine. Yeah, but if we use for example, using Word documents, we can just look up about, we can differentiate characters with, spaces, punctuation, something like that, or without. Yeah. Okay, how about the position? In the middle. Yes, that's correct. Both of them are in the middle. Both source text and target text are the middle. Okay, for this target text, we have it in the middle. That's correct. Yeah, it should be in the middle, and then it is with the font, which is quite enough for us to read. Not too small, not too big. Yeah, not too small, not too big. And then let's look up again. What is the font type? Is it Times New Roman? Is it Calibri? Oh, what do you usually use when you type? Arial. Yes, that's correct. So this is Arial. Yeah, Arial. Sometimes it is Arial. Sometimes they use also Helvetica. Yeah, so either those two. But for other types of fonts, it depends if it is for children's movie. Yeah, they sometimes they change it. Yeah, but that's in form of a DVD. Yeah, DVD or VCD. But if it is for movie, yeah, we're talking about movies. Normally we are using Arial or Helvetica. And how about line 1 versus line 2? If you notice line 1 and line 2, they have, line 1 is longer than line 2. Yeah. Okay. And then what about the color of the fonts? Yeah, we have this one white, yeah, or pale white. Font background. Oh, we don't really see what is that? What is it? The background. Okay, now let's look up for the next slide. Okay, so here we are, yeah. So here we have the subtitling guidelines. For the guidelines, we have at least 3 kinds: technical, linguistic, and spatial dimension. But what we are going to look up is in general, and we normally use the European standard. But sometimes there's also a subscription-based streaming service. Yeah, for example, from Netflix, Amazon, TVF, Apple, Disney Channel, or HBO, and the other things. So they also have the subtitling guidelines. You can just click here later if you want to know. Yeah. And also subtitling guidelines from certification provider on subtitling. For example, AVT Pro from UNA. UNA is one of the software, yeah, for subtitling. Or even TED. I believe that you are familiar with TED. Yeah, they have TED Ed, TED for Education, TED Talk, yeah, something like that. They also have this to be what is that? To be subtitled, and then they have the guideline as well here. Okay, you can just click here, yeah, later to see. But in general, they use the same, yeah, European standard. And the one that Netflix has, the one that I put here is very special English to Indonesian case. Yeah, this is also English to Indonesian case. Yeah, the FET Pro from UNA. The language pair is English to Indonesian. Okay, now let's look up. Here are the rules for subtitling in European standard. Yeah, so 2 lines, yes, just like what we see in our examples. And then for the characters, they have a very stricter one, 30 to 35 characters in a line. Yeah, remember, in one line. However, Netflix, yeah, special for English to Indonesian case, because we Indonesian, when we say the words, we have the infix, yeah, suffix, yeah, with suffixes, yeah, with infixes, something like that, yeah. So it's taking longer. For example, instead of the word butuh, we have to write membutuhkan, yeah, something like that. So with me and kan, that's why it is longer. And the Netflix is very generous. They gave us 42 characters in one line. However, in our class, I think we can try to put 36 to 40 characters in a line. But if it any case, 40 and 40, yeah, 40 characters in one line. But if in any case 40 characters are not enough, I think 42 will be just fine. And then second line, remember also the previous slide, second line is shorter than the first line. However, this is flexible. Yeah, this is flexible. Sometimes we need to make second line longer. And then for the position, exactly, this is below part of the screen and then in the middle. If we pay, what is that? If we put some kind of measurement, it's going to be 1/12. Yeah, 1/12. So our screen is divided into 12, and then this is 1/12. How about the font? Just like I mentioned earlier, it's Helvetica or Arial. Now, as for font background, it's a pale white or even transparent. From what we had, the example previously, I think that's transparent because we cannot see the font background. Yeah, usually pale white or sometimes a bit yellow. And the color of fonts, white or yellow. Yeah, sometimes you can see yellow. How about, now this is very interesting. How about duration for 2 lines? So in subtitling, we have this kind of rules, yeah. For one frame means one time the dialogue appears, yeah, in our screen. So that's one frame. For one frame, we have this 6 seconds rules, yeah, but this is for 2 lines. So 2 lines is 6-second rules. So how about one line? One line, then it's going to be 2.5 until 3 seconds. So half of it. And sometimes there also one single word. Yeah, for like what? Yeah, people is what is screaming or yeah, so what is that? Surprise or exclaiming on something. Then it is not 2.5 until 3 seconds, but only 1.5 seconds. And how about appearance after the utterance? It means that after one utterance appears, then with another appearance of the utterance, it's this is 0.25 seconds. Yeah, how do we know this is? If we use the software, then we can know. Yeah, we can know that one dialogue is not what is it? Is not what we call that? Is not positioning with the same, yeah, with the same or certain parts of the previous utterances. Yeah, so we can know about that later. Okay, don't worry, we're going to discuss that later on the technical what is it, guidelines. Okay, and rules for subtitling, disappearance after the utterance, this is 2 seconds, between simultaneous 0.25 seconds, and duration must disappear before each cut. This is what they said, each cut, yeah, cut shows theme. Okay, what else? Name of director, crew, actor, etc. in the opening and ending are not translated. Song lyric, yeah, is translated if it is a part of the content of the film. But if it is not, then you don't need to translate. Even you don't need to translate. You don't see the translation, yeah, of it unless this is part of the content of the film. Like what is that? In certain movies, they put it into the translation. Frozen 1, yeah, they have the songs and then they translate the movie. The songs, yeah, the lyrics. Repetition of words is translated only once. Come on, come on, come on. Just translate into ayo. Yeah, we will see the examples. Unclear statements are not translated. Yes, usually this is untranslated, but not all are unclear. Unclear means fading voices. Okay, it's kind of long. Oh my God. Yes, there will be so many kinds. Yeah, so many things to pay attention. Rules for subtitling. Words in letters, business card, email, yeah, etc. should be translated if they are related directly to the context, yeah. So this is the letters, business card, emails, yeah. Even, for example, the name of the building, time, yeah, and notice if it is related to move to the movie, then we have to translate related to the context, yeah. Idioms and saying must not be translated literally. You have to look up very carefully what these idioms must not be translated literally. There are some strategies to translate this one. Yeah, and then we are going to discuss that in our later discussion. And how about fillers? Yeah, sometimes you listen to the dialogue like when somebody say yeah, or somebody what is that panicking, yeah, and then they have the fillers, yeah. This is not translated, yeah. Sentences may be simplified but not summarized. I want you to pay attention to this one. Sentences may be simplified but not summarized. Simplified, paraphrase, that's possible, but not summarized. And then translation should follow the pattern in the TL. In this case, Indonesian. And also should use correct structure and grammar in the TL. That's why we use the correct Indonesian based on this is not POEB anymore, right? But ejaan yang disempurnakan. Okay. All right. So far so good? Okay, don't worry. We're going to have the example so that you can see clearer. Okay, now let's see. This is the style guides for Netflix, and then this is general requirements. As you can see, they have 13, what is that? 13 points. Yeah, 13 points, duration, similar, yeah. File format, well, they have certain kind of formats. You can just click later or just Google Netflix style guides. Time, text, general requirement, you can write down like this. Line treatment, positioning, consistency, and then they have this Netflix credit translation, main titles, dedication, currency, yeah, they focus on those, brand names, treatments, how about with quotation, translators credits, and also technical aspects. Now, we have one example about brand names treatments. This is taken from The Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, even the title, The Devil Wears Prada, and use brand names. Yeah, so they use it the same. This is the source text. And RSPV, yes, to the Michael Kors party. So this is the line by Miranda, yeah, Miranda. Okay, this is what is that? Duration still long, so this is still the beginning part of the movie. And the transition is like this: RSVP, RSPVP, ya, quote, double quote, untuk pesta Michael Kors. Michael Kors, Michael Kors. Either this is brand name or this is either also the names of the person. So how is that? We put, we borrow. Yeah, so brand names we borrow. Prada we borrow. Names of magazine we borrow. Okay, and then how about for English to Indonesian case? Yeah, remember to look up that like this one, English, EN, ID, Indonesian. Yeah, not IN, because IN is Indian. Yeah, ID. Okay, we have 20 key points. Yeah, 20 key points. We have abbreviation, we have acronyms, character limitation, character names, continuity, documentary or unscripted, how to handle dual speakers, how about with the font information, on-screen text, how about if we have foreign dialogue, and then if we have, yeah, how do we use italics, how about with line treatment, how to write numbers, how to quotes, yeah, and then how to adjust with reading speed limits, and then how about if there are repetitions, how about with songs, what about titles, how to translate titles, and then they have special instruction. And the last one, subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. So they have this, yeah, they have this, but we're not going to do this one, yeah, with the special able people. No, we will just, yeah, we will just, yeah, subtitle, but not specifically for the HDH guidelines, yeah, people with this one. Okay, so there are 20, but if you notice, almost all of them are similar to the European standard. Yeah, almost similar to the European standard. Okay, and abbreviation here means you cannot use abbreviation. For example, yang, you translate that into YG. Yeah, no, you cannot. And then when you have etc. For example, dan sebagainya. You cannot say DSB. No, you cannot. You have to write down full word. What else? Tidak, for example. You cannot use TDK. No, you cannot. So you must use the correct Indonesian. Okay? You must use the correct Indonesian. Not abbreviation. No, don't abbreviate. And then be careful with formal or informal because we use formal. Yeah, formal language. Okay, let's look up. Yeah, yes, we have some examples. This is really interesting. I think you can also, when you watch movies, yeah, either, yeah, up to you. You can watch movies from the streaming movies, yeah, streamings by subscription, or you can also watch from the TV station, national TV station, like in Trans TV, yeah, Netflix, yeah, or other things. Okay, so let's see. Now, if you look up for this character name, yeah, the movie title is Red Eye. Yeah, so the dialogue says like this: Is this Mr. Gift Platinum Club or something? Or the dialogue is between Cynthia. So this is Cynthia, and also Lisa. I forgot her last name. So this Cynthia is a receptionist. She's a substitute receptionist for Lisa. And then Cynthia is asking about one of the guests because this guest must be put into certain room, and also they have some like, yeah, this Mr. Keith has security guard or something like that. So Cynthia is asking, is this Mr. Keith Platinum Club or something or what? Yeah. Okay. So if we look up from here, Mr. Keith, yeah, Mr. Keith, and then the translation is TN, not Tuan. Yeah, TN. Keith. Is it okay? Yes, this is fine. Yeah, we use TN, or we can use Tuan Keith. So this is not Bapak. This is not Pak. Pak Kif. No, but using the N. Nyonya and Nye. Yeah, something like that. Okay, character name. And what about the other one? We're not going to discuss all, yeah, those 20. I will just take some samples, yeah. Okay, this is acronyms from The Devil Wears Prada. Okay, so the utterance is by Miranda's assistant. She says like this: Great, human resources certainly has an odd sense of humor. Okay, human resources. Yeah, SDM. But I think this is not acronyms, yeah. If it is SDM, this is abbreviation. Um, acronym is ABRI, yeah, something like that. Okay, but however, what I want to show you is about, is it possible to do like this? Yeah, human resources, yeah, it means that human resources department, yeah, or HR, yeah, HR. Luckily, she said not HR, but human resources. Now, how about the translation? It is fine if we can just say bagian STM. Yeah. Okay. And if you notice that there is something with this one, ikut aku. Yeah. Although maybe this is put into different frame. Follow me, something like that. All right. Everything's good. Shall we go to next? Okay, yes. All right, next we have dual speakers. Now, how about if we have dual speakers? So if it is in the source text, we have two people there, Fisher and David. Oh, it's really good. Good, right? The scene was when they are discussing about Beckham's bee farm, yeah. So Beckham has what we call beehive, yeah, several beehives. And then these bees are already producing honey. And then Fisher tried some honey, and then David said, oh, good, right? Okay, now, what do you notice in the translation? Yeah, there will be some additional here, yeah. Okay, is it fine? Yeah, this is just fine. David, ini enak. Enak ya? Okay, good, right? Now, if we have dual speakers, two people talking, yeah, dual speakers, Fisher David like this, and then we put this, yeah, stripe, yeah, with this one, dash. Okay, and dash like this. Some using other method, but mostly this is what we can see. Okay, some using slash. Yeah, if you watch Trans TV, they are using slash. So they put the slash after the word enak. Sangat enak. Slash enak, yeah, something like that. Okay, now how about with italics? Yeah, sometimes we have italics. Yeah, if it is from the source text, we can see that there is an answer. Number 10, David Beckham. Yeah, number 10, David Beckham. Why we use italics? Sometimes it is because we don't see the speaker. It is just at the background, yeah. We hear somebody say, or what is that, talks. And then we put that into italics. If we don't use italics if we can see the characters talking. I think this is also related to numbers. For numbers, yeah, we use like this. We have to write down correct. What is it completely? Between 1 until 10, we have to write down completely 10. But if we have 11, I think 11 is with numbers. But we have to look up that again. Okay, what other example we will see on the next slide? Okay, this is dealing with continuity. Yeah, continuity. What does it mean by continuity? Okay, you can see from the source text, we have two pictures there. In the glare of the sunshine, in the glare of great publicity, we are about to get underway. Okay, continuity. So this is not enough, yeah. The sentence, not enough, not finished. The sentence has not finished yet. So we continue like this. Yeah, we put comma. Sometimes they put 3 dots, but I don't know why they are not using 3 dots like this. Yeah. Okay, like this. Yeah. This is continuity also. I think it's no. This is from Trevor Noah. Where was I? So he's talking about himself. Okay, and then yeah, this is not finished yet using continuity, or even when he posing, yeah, when somebody posts, then we use post 3 dots like this. Okay, now how about quotation? Okay, still from the same film, Trevor Noah, Where Was I? So he's talking about his what is that? About his experience. The dialogue is like this. Similar to Detroit, where people are like, oh, watch out Detroit. With quotation like this. Mirip Detroit. Mereka bilang hati-hati di Detroit. So it means that this line was when Trevor get advice from other people, and then he's reporting. So this is kind of reported statement, yeah. Okay. All right. All good? Okay, now let's carry on. How about repetition? Nah, just like I mentioned earlier, for repetition, like, come on, we just write down only one, yeah, we just translate ayo. Nah, how about this one? This is from Hotel Transylvania. Sir, sir, sir. And then it is only translated to one, only once. But then, because it is still enough with the, with the characters, then the subtitler put 2 frames of the source text into 1 frame in target text. Is it okay? Yeah, sure, it is just fine. Okay, so enough with the examples. We're going to look up again about the things that you need to pay attention. So this is the work pace of a subtitler. Yeah, your work pace, yeah, this is similar to translation process actually. Yeah, what you have to do, you have to translate to the target language or to the target text. And then you combine the result of translation to the film. You combine, it means that you have to put them into the movie. Yeah, so how is that? Yeah, if we look up from the you combine it, it means that you have to adjust the timing. Yeah, you have to adjust the timing between the dialogue, yeah, when the dialogue appears, and also the translation, yeah, appears. They have to be similar. They have to be in line. Yeah. Okay, and you must revise. Remember, you must revise. This is a very important one. Don't just send the first draft, yeah. You have to revise many times. And then for film terms jargon, so here are the film terms jargon. We have the frame, yeah, shot, scene, sequences. Yeah, this is something that you have to pay attention. Frame, this is the when the dialogue appears, when the subtitling appears, one time, one frame, yeah. Film shot, this is the film shot. Scene, you know the scene. Scene is the, what happens in the background of the movie. For example, A is doing what, B is doing what, and then you can see also what's behind the pictures. Those are scenes which help you to translate. Okay, and then signs, yeah, we have these signs. Verbal acoustic verbal acoustic signs, this is the dialogue, the one that you listen. yeah, from the actors. And then we have non-verbal acoustic signs. This is music and sound effect. This can help you as well. Verbal visual signs written on the screen, for example, letters, for example, text messages, for example, announcement, yeah. Okay, and also non-verbal visual signs. For example, anything sound on the screen but not words, like soundtrack, music, effect, intonation, facial expression of the actors, body language, and etc. Okay, now this is the time code. Yeah, time code. Time code is going to be like this. We have like this, yeah, too many, yeah, many things. So this time code represent, this is frame. Yeah, we look up from the back. Frames, seconds, minutes, and hour. Frame. Oh, wait a minute. This is hours, minute, seconds, frame. Oh yeah, that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if we look up from here, this is from, what is it? This is from, or even sometimes millisecond. Yeah, but here it is millisecond. This is the hour, minute, second, and then millisecond. Yeah, this one. So if it is in the software, this is from Egisub, and I think in general also they have like this. We have the starting one and then the ending one. And then we have this CPS. CPS means character per second. And we have the style. Style we can change. This is the default one. And then this is the text. This is your translation. Yeah. Okay, interesting, right? And then we have the colors like this. Now these colors are something that you have to pay attention. This is pink, meaning this is fine. Red is something that you have to pay attention. It means that they are too close, they are too fast, or whatever it is, or they are too short, yeah, or they are too long. Yeah, CPS, character per second. Characters, remember characters? Okay, let's see. Now, how about difficulties? Yes, of course, there will be some difficulties arise in subtitling. And then, yeah, we can find, I think, many more, but I will just show you some example. Because we are going to discuss about this, yeah, about idioms or about humor or wordplay, subtitling strategy in our next session. So if we have like this, yeah, culture, dealing with culture, he got hit by his John-dery. He got hit by his John-dery. John-dery. This is from Ala Walker, Texas Ranger, from NTV long time ago. Yeah. And then it's translated, ia ditabrak rusanya. So John-dery, deer. Yeah, probably the subtitle thinks that it is deer. Which is actually no. John-dery is a brand name for tractor, yeah, from USA. Okay, now we can also see wordplay or puns. Yeah, this is wordplay. Or how are we going to? Yeah, this is wordplay. Yeah, it means to. This is taken from Young Sheldon. It means to maliciously harass, siksa, ya torment, artinya mengganggu dengan niat jahat. Okay, in English we can find harass, but in Indonesian we cannot find niat jahat, bokong. That's not related to one another. Yeah, so the funny things is not there anymore. Okay, and also this is one sample from Hotel Transylvania. This is Transylvania 1. When Count Drag is welcoming his guest, and then one of the guests is Mr. Invisible. Yeah, Mr. Invisible, and then he say, Count Drag says, hello, great to see you. Yeah, to see you. Even the facial expressions of Kaundrak, yeah, expressing this. See you. Nah, however, we cannot say something funny from the translation. Hello, senang melihatmu lagi. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't see it. Yeah, funny. Unless if the word melihatmu is given, yeah, is given this, yeah, quote unquote, then it's going to be succeeded, I think. Okay, the next thing is about how to chunk, yeah, how to chunk your translation. So if we want to chunk our translation, we have to chunk it correctly. So this is the wrong example, ya. Jika kalimat harus dipenggal, kalimat penggalan harus bisa dipahami meski berdiri sendiri sehingga pembaca tak bisa memahami pembicaraan. This is wrong. See, this kalimat should be below it on the second line. Harus bisa dipahami. With this one, meski. Why meski? Meski is okay. This is the conjunction, but it should be put on the next frame. Yeah. Okay, if you look up from the characters, I think they are still fine with 40, 36, 39 characters. Now we will see. So this is the correct one. Ya, jika kalimat harus dipenggal, and then we put this 3 dots because the sentence is not enough, is not finished yet. Kalimat penggalan harus bisa dipahami meski berdiri sendiri, sehingga pembaca tetap bisa memahami pembicaraan. Yeah, this one frame, one frame, one frame after one cut. Yeah, I think it is fine. Yeah, you read this nicely. Yeah, you will read this comfortably. Jika kalimat harus dipenggal, it shows and then disappear. Kalimat penggalan harus bisa dipahami meski berdiri sendiri. Okay, and then after disappear. Sehingga pembaca tetap bisa memahami pembicaraan. Yeah, so with these 3 frames, it's okay. Yeah, the previous one only 2 frames. Here we have 3 frames. You will know how to do it, yeah, later when you do the technical guidelines. Okay, so now it is time for you to practice. I'd like you to click here. So there is Google Docs. Yeah, I usually send you Google Docs, but it is only as, what is that? You can just read. So I want you to download the document first. And then after you download the documents, I'd like you to read. And then after that, you translate. Please do it by yourself. Don't use any machine translation or whatever it is. So when you finish, please submit it to the classwork. Okay, we will see. Okay, so this is the text. You're just as becoming viewers, yeah? I'd like you to write down your name, yeah? Okay, the day and the date, okay? And then please translate the following transcript into Indonesian. All right, now I want you to follow the lines, yeah? So in this, yeah, the next one, okay, I think I will just write down, what is it? I will add column left. Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, I want you to have the same line as the English version, the source text. So whenever it says 1, it is also 1. And then whenever it is 2, then it is 2. Yeah, please do like that. 2. Okay, so for example, like this, how are you going to translate? We put it in the middle. All right, guys, remember what we're looking for and don't trust anyone. Baik, apa nih? Baiklah, teman-teman. Ingat yang kita cari dan Jangan percaya siapapun, should be siapapun. Okay, now let's look up, yeah. When you, let's see how many with this one line. Let's see tools, word count. You can also check. Wow, 47 characters. Yeah, characters. Characters excluding spaces. This is characters with spaces, 47, but characters excluding spaces, 41. Okay, I think we can just do like characters. Yeah, like this. I think this is just fine. Or we can just put it below. Ingat yang kita cari dan jangan percaya siapapun. Nah, ya. So I want you to do like this. Let's see. So whenever you finish, remember to check the word count. 38 if it is excluding spaces, but if it is with spaces, it's still 44. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just do it by yourself first, yeah? Okay, just try. Okay, and then how about 2? Yeah, next, yeah, how are we going to translate this one? And then next, what is it? So it should be similar numbers. Okay, any questions? Yeah, okay, if no questions, then I think we'll just stop share and then we'll just stop recording as well. Okay, wait a minute. Where? We'll stop share. Okay, I will just end the session. So good luck, everyone. You can ask me by WhatsApp message if you think that there is something that you don't understand. Okay, have a nice weekend. Goodbye.